All right, and we've been live for, at least 10 seconds now and haven't dropped a million frames, so we're going to call that a good start. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here for the start of a new series of videos we're going to be doing here on SoundGoblin Gaming called SoundGoblin Storytime. So we're decently big fans of the visual novel genre of game. And there's a lot of them out there that are kind of cool and interesting, and we decided we wanted to showcase some of them. So today we're going to be starting with 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, otherwise known as Zero Escape the Nonary Games 999, but that came later. We'll discuss that in a little bit. Anyways, I am, as always, Bograd or Josh.
I'm Shiv.
And I'm the Krampus.
So to clarify a little bit about what's going on here, so this is a visual novel. Came out originally on the Nintendo DS and was never intended to actually be a series. When it was originally made by Kotaro Uchikoshi, he was just making a one-off game. He had this interesting idea he wanted for a game, and he decided to go ahead and make it, and it got hugely popular and actually grew into a trilogy. So far, there might potentially be more games in the series coming, but that would be very weird considering how things resulted out. But we'll wait and see. Uh, this version we're playing here is a version that was released later on, um, and is it was released on PC, Vita, and PS4. It's called the Nonary Zero Escape the Nonary Games, which is actually releases of the first two games. And in particular, the release of 999 in this is less miserable to play. The reason for that is in order to complete this game, it requires at least two playthroughs because there are multiple endings to this game based upon the choices you make. And in order to get to the true ending, there is one specific ending you have to see before that. In the original DS release, there was no way to actually like skip ahead of stuff you had already seen. Like you could skip text and it would go through it faster, but you still had to play through all the puzzles, everything like that. Because to explain, what these games tend to be is they're visual novels that also involve sort of room escape puzzles, which is kind of a cool thing. Um, but yeah, general idea being that you had to play through the beginning of the game, and if you wanted to see all the endings, there's like I think technically six endings in this game. So if you wanted to see all of those on the DS version, you had to play through the opening sequence like 6 times. It was miserable. One of the major things that this game added, this version added, was the flowchart, which was present in the later games in the series that lets you just kind of skip to points on the timeline. So you could actually just jump to where the splits occurred and play from there and not have to play through stuff that was going to be the same no matter what. So here we're introduced to our point of view character, Junpei. See up in the top right here, there's a thing that says novel screen. There's two different modes that you can play this in. There's novel mode and adventure mode. Doesn't really make much of a difference.
Ow! Adventure mode just moves all the stuff down to the bottom into dialogue boxes like a normal.
Yeah, it makes it look like a regular visual novel where all the stuff's in dialogue boxes. You can't always switch though. Like right now, I can't actually switch to adventure mode. There were some interesting things done with this game on the DS that unfortunately don't really translate into the PC version. It actually utilized the dual screen thing to separate a lot of stuff. So a lot of times what would happen is you would see like the image up top and the text would be on the bottom screen. The bottom screen, obviously being the touch screen on the DS, is also where you would interact with everything. Another thing that was added for the Nonary Games version, the DS version did not have voice acting. This was mostly due just to space constraints, but also just because they didn't. Again, it was supposed to be this one-off game. They didn't know how well it was going to do. They didn't want to invest the money into having voice acting.
What? Whoa! Ouch! God damn it! Ah! What the hell?
So now you can see we're on the adventure screen. However, I can switch it to the novel screen if I want, and it'll just have the text over everything. I kind of prefer playing it this way, honestly. So we'll keep it like this for the most part.
Are you going to be starting a side stream for us, by the way?
It should be up.
It's up.
Ah, so it is. Okay,
Yeah, I
let me
had
go
Shiv
back
tested
out again.
already and everything.
My apologies.
God, pay attention.
You're fired.
So to also clarify, Krampus and I both are familiar with this game. I don't know if Krampus, did you ever actually beat 3.9?
No, but I've seen through all the endings.
Okay. So I've beaten it once back on the DS when it was fucking miserable, and I played it again when the Nonary Games version came out. But it's been about 3 years since that point. So this is kind of semi-blind. I probably remember maybe a third of the puzzle solutions and things like that. Shiv, to my knowledge, is basically completely blind on this.
Yep,
Like you know generally of the game, but never really played it or anything like that.
correct. I have not played it.
So
A
one thing that's
bed?
important to note about this is that Kotaro Ushikoshi, the guy who made this game, is quite notable for being out of his fucking mind. Is pretty much the only way to put it. This game has all kinds of weird and wild shit that honestly makes you feel like Ushikoshi stayed up to like 4 o'clock in the morning reading weird shit on Wikipedia as he was writing this. Um, so to keep track of that, I have a counter. Give me 1 second here to get that up on screen. So we have a counter down in the lower left corner there. Mark, what the fuck is this nonsense? And anytime something
That felt
completely
pretty far.
nonsensical will come up, that will tick up. I imagine it to be in double, if not triple digits by the end of this game.
That really hurt.
So Junpei woke up in some 3-level bunk bed, fell out, cracked all his shit.
Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head. No, wait. That's not it.
And then, as it turns out, the room we're in is
An
shaking like a
earthquake.
motherfucker.
But it's shaking too fast for that.
That's normal.
Uh, anyway. Where am I?
And we have no idea where the hell we are.
Wait, it stopped? What's that sound?
So, to any reasonable person, it'd be pretty easy to figure out where they're at this point, or at least the
That's...
general idea of where they are. But Junpei's kind of an idiot. Move this over a little bit because I forgot that the stop button existed. Let me make sure that my counter is actually working. Give me a second here.
A very specific subset of protagonism disease called POV-itis. We, as the main character, need things explained to us constantly.
Like, maybe I'm biased having, worked on a ship, but it seems to me you've got very clear, like, indicators. First of all, there's a big picture of the fucking ship in the room. And secondly, like, just everything about this, the actual light fixtures, the way the doors are, everything about this is very clearly a ship.
I mean, you could live in the middle of like a country, never really be on a ship ever, so I can easily
Junpei,
see some people not ever seeing it.
I guess, but it's
5.
very.
And
I'm not gonna. I'm
the
not.
things people are most likely to get with ships aren't bunks like this.
What's this 5 mean?
Like
Uh,
that's not what you're running into if you're on like a cruise ship.
True enough. We will leave that one to stand though, because there's going to be other things during this sequence that very clearly merit a Junpei is an idiot. I will admit, that counter is not going to go nearly as high as what the fuck is this nonsense, but
Well, it's good that we've established that's an L-shaped handle.
yes. Otherwise, you might think it's a knob.
Yeah.
It won't open.
I mean, admittedly, I'll give the writing somewhat of a pass in that regards. In that, with visual novels, a lot of times the script writing is done before there's any artwork. So when you write stuff like that, you're kind of trying to dictate to the artist as well, kind of what they should design.
Well, of course
Yeah.
it doesn't work, Junpei. You don't push or pull on an L on a handle. You lift it up or down.
I think that's what they actually
I know,
meant, is
but
that
Yeah.
they're
give
just
them
trying to
shit.
push it down or pull it up, but it's fine.
What's this?
We will get
Is this
very familiar
keeping the
with
door
the
shut?
idiosyncrasies of doors aboard this ship. As you may notice, the words in the damn title of the game.
Yep.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there?
We don't want any.
Open the door! Huh? What the hell is this?
So it took Junpei this long to notice this bulky as fuck thing strapped to his left wrist.
I think the most important thing to take away with this is Junpei is left-handed.
There's nothing wrong with being left-handed.
No, it's just a detail.
Yep.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I mean, he specifically went to throw a punch and did it with his left hand because he's looking at his left hand right now with a watch on it. He noticed it when he went for the punch.
In this case, it wasn't a pun. It was more like the kind of like side like hammer slam. It was just sort of frustration.
A watch?
I mean, I'm not
Doesn't look
discounting
like
the
one.
possibility that it is left-handed. I don't think it actually comes up at all.
Yeah.
5. That's
If
the
I'm
same as
remembering
the
correctly, I
door.
don't think the handedness of any characters plays a vital role.
There is entirely one character where the composition of their arm matters.
It's not handedness though. That's composition of one's arm.
Fair enough.
What? How do I take this off?
So yeah, this wristband we have showing a 5 or possibly an S is strapped to our hand.
I've
Well,
seen the
strapped
saw
to our
games
wrist.
before. You have to cut your hand off.
Maybe pushing something on this will work? Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off. No good. This stupid thing won't come off. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? My head. Huh. This is...
So that gets rid of that argument. Junpei clearly knows how to recognize shit that's on a ship.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
I mean, he could still be confused earlier, I guess.
Yeah, like, he could have had the thought of, like, am I on a ship? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I was nowhere near a ship.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside. Huh? What the? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, that's not good.
What
Dun,
the
dun,
hell
dun.
is going on here? What the hell? God damn it! Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something! It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. I need to find a way out, and fast.
Alright, so now we come to the core mechanic, like gameplay mechanic of this. Seek a way out. So, we get an overview of the room we're in that kind of shows us the various different things. This is our current camera angle, and it's going to explain a little bit. So you can use Q or E, or you can just click on the arrows in the sides here to turn. First, we'll start with the very obvious thing. So we got this note from the bulletin board. Shows us some triangles and an arrow. Every item in the game we can search, which gives us a little bit more detail about it. This is sometimes important. And there's sometimes additional text if you search it multiple times. So here's where it explains, this is the item currently in hand. Sometimes we need to use items with things in the room in combination in order to, you know, use the item on a thing, etc. And if we had multiple items, we can just click on here in order to switch between them.
As I recall, the game gets somewhat adventure game logic-y, but it never reaches particularly egregious levels about what to use on play.
Most of the bullshit logic is just in idle conversation and not really about the puzzles. The only thing that I will say about this game is that, so you might notice there's this combine button up here, which can be used to combine two objects. Sometimes there are multiple objects that all need to be combined together to form the solution, but the game can be very particular about what order you combine objects in. So even if you try and combine two objects... I have to
combine these four things, but I have to do them specifically.
Yeah, I have to do A and B, then C and D, then A, B, and C, D. So sometimes you will try and combine something and it'll like give you like a these can't be combined. You are actually doing something you need to do, you just didn't combine them in the right order. So we've got a picture frame here. Oh, there's screws keeping the back on. Literally every escape room ever uses this puzzle.
So we need a screwdriver. Or some other object capable of removing screws.
Well shit, Junpei, grab the towel and stop the leak.
You should always know not to grip your towel.
It's like a waterfall.
So despite what it may seem, we're not actually on a time limit here.
No, I know the water level hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So.
We really do have as much time as we want. So, as with most escape the room type puzzles, you just kind of investigate everything and take a look and see. And yeah,
Oh, we'll
the
show
the
the
game
key.
will very much hint you at stuff if you search. That's kind of its way to. Oh look, a screwdriver.
Yeah.
So to sort of demonstrate, this is how we combine. When we put them together, this action button will highlight. If it's not something that can be combined, this action button won't be highlighted, basically. So now we have a picture of an old cruise liner. And as I've been demonstrating, you can rotate things. And this becomes important. So you can see here, and get it the right way around, we can now essentially translate this code into 7463.
Yep.
This is where we get the tutorial for combining. I already did that, so kind of is whatever it is.
Well, that's what Junpei says after already finding a picture that has screws in the back.
So, I have to admit, by the way, it took me a long time. Because again, I'll remind you, I played through this initially on the DS. So I played through this sequence like 6 times. It wasn't until I literally was playing the PC re-release of this that I realized that this is not a stool.
No, it's just where you
No,
put the
that's
tire
like
for the
a
burn on top.
heating.
It's the burner. You put so this is an old style burner. You would actually like load the
Yeah, you
like,
load like your wood or
wood and
whatever
stuff
you're
on
gonna
there
burn.
because it keeps it closer to that. It took me forever to realize that. For the longest time, I was like, "Who the fuck puts a stool inside a cupboard?"
Clearly, I was storing it there.
And to address what Shiv had said about like not realizing that Junpei has a thing with screws on it, they had to take into account the fact that you could pick up the
Should probably
screwdriver
hold on to this
before
key.
Yeah.
the picture.
Well, they
There's going to
did,
be a lot
but-
of stuff in the game where
Oh,
he
what's up
should
with
be
my
remembering
face?
something.
Yeah,
Or, like,
it,
should
it
realize
doesn't have state-based text.
Yeah.
So
in
It's like,
order
I
to
wonder what
minimize
to
the amount of
use for.
text they had.
I look like a zombie.
So here, Junpei
Man,
kind
what
of
the hell
commented
happened
to
to
himself
me?
that he looks pretty
How
haggard.
did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment,
I got on
and
the boat.
So seeing this mirror is the trigger for sort of figuring out how the hell we ended up here.
Well, I'm in a room slowly filling with water that's going to kill me. Might as well have a flashback.
Flashbacks are free actions.
I'm back.
God, I
Not
wish I
like
could find a
anyone will
one-bedroom
respond.
apartment for
For
630.
6:30. Yeah, right.
I don't know what dream world he lives in.
Yeah, especially when you look outside, it's like it's clearly not like some like
That's a
Brazilian small
city.
town. It's a city. Like there's tall buildings downtown. Like, I mean, also the implication, of course, being is that this is like translation aside, this is supposed to be in Japan, which, yeah,
Which means, is he living in Tokyo for 630? That's nonsense.
yeah, pretty much. Now, this is clearly after the economic crash. I should bring this up. I don't think the game ever explicitly states it. This takes place in 2027.
Sure.
Man, work was rough today.
That's mostly from like after the fact commentary by Uchikoshi. But yeah, this game is set in 2027.
I think in later games they also reference the date of this one.
Possibly. I don't remember if they ever actually give explicit years. Most of the time they just refer to the events of X years earlier, things like that. So
Yeah, true. I think it's in the near future just they can hand wave away certain, like, close future technologies that they want to use.
oh please,
this
like
game-
they ever try and justify the fucking ridiculous science shit in this game.
And as much as they try and justify anything in this game.
Huh? A breeze. Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open? Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
Kind of anime Junpei watches? No way he's got his window open for people to hear.
Yeah. Surprise, motherfucker!
What?
I really do have to wonder how Junpei managed to enter and walk through his apartment without noticing the most conspicuous person in the history of humanity.
Who are...
Junpei is not an observant man.
Yeah. That's why I'm leaving that Junpei as an idiot note, even if we do argue that it would make sense he wouldn't recognize it as a ship.
I mean, we did establish that he does know the ship thing.
I can't...
Well, yeah, but it took him a while to figure that out.
Also this.
Shaped distressingly like a grenade.
Yes, it's a grenade-like item, but not a grenade.
Oh, grenade-like devices.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
Distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. That voice sounds unnatural, but I'm not sure how.
Participate in the game. The memory game. It is a game where you will put your
He said
life
brackets.
on the line.
It's amazing he can pronounce brackets.
Yeah. So yeah, Junpei got gassed in his apartment, and the next thing he knew, he was
That's
dumped
right.
off on this ship.
That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him... Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not. Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
So I do have some issues with Junpei's commentary there about like, well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not. Like, narratively, that's kind of necessary to throw confusion onto who the identity of that person is. That person, by the way, will be referred to as Zero throughout the majority of this game, so we're just going to call him Zero for now.
Okay.
So I understand that that's necessary within the narrative of the game to establish confusion about who Zero could possibly be, because there are both male and female characters in this game that you could be theorizing are the identity of Zero.
Mm-hmm.
However, just taking it from my frame, were I in this situation, that's not really a thought which would occur to me in this, like, who was that guy? Well, I suppose I shouldn't call him a guy. Like, what the fuck, Junpei?
Who was the crazy fucking creep in my house?
What the hell is going on? Why
Yeah,
me?
I'm not
I wonder if
particularly
they were
concerned.
male or female.
Yeah,
I
I'm
probably
not
should refer
particularly
to
concerned with what's in their
gender-neutral terms,
fucking
but I don't know.
pants.
Unless there is another smoke grenade in their pants, then I'm very concerned with what's in their pants.
The memory
Smoke
game.
grenade in your pants? Are you happy to see me?
It is a game
Both.
where you will put your life on the line.
The nonary game. Huh. What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it!
Okay, so now that sequence is done. So we pretty much investigated everything of note in this room, other than the actual like door itself. This little thing here.
I mean, we haven't actually done the briefcase.
Yeah, the briefcase is the last thing, and I've left that for last intentionally because we needed both the keys to actually operate the briefcase.
S.
So the big red 5, or possibly an S on the door. Which, as you may recall, is also the number that is on our wristband. So coincidentally, it turns out the blue key fits the blue briefcase.
Shock. Maybe we have to put a code in too.
Yep. So here's where it explains that there's going to be little puzzles. And most of them that we have to actually do manipulation on will essentially go to a different screen, allowing us to actually manipulate things. So if I recall correctly, it was 6473.
Sounds about right.
7463.
7463? Okay.
Okay.
Pull back up the note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the nice things is, again, basically at no time during this game are you actually on a time limit, so you can always back out and check your things again. Okay, so it is 7463. So we were correct from what we have here, except we don't actually have everything. This is where my memory fails me, because I forget where the hell the other thing is. There we go. So there are two memos. One has half of the blue code, the first half of the blue code and the second half of the red code,
okay.
etc., etc. So that's what it is. So the blue code is actually 0263. Because there is, in fact, also a red
Also
code.
red briefcase, or red code.
So that was...
0263.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly, that this game does have protection against foreknowledge. In that, if you've played this game before, because they can't obviously make a random code on the cards, the pre-made assets. But if you haven't found the two pieces of the note, you can't know the combination in advance.
I don't know for sure on this one, actually. There are some puzzles that that's definitely the case, because Junpei will just be like, I've got no idea what to put in here. But on this one, because it let me put it in, I think I could have actually done it if I knew in advance what that code was.
I mean, there's nothing saying you couldn't brute force that code anyways.
Yeah. So, I mean, ugh.
I mean, 10,000 possible results, but hey.
Okay. So, right there, what it was explaining was that we actually have a screen we can access called the file screen. This is where any, like, sort of documents or things we encounter that are just information go. This is usually not really important, except for one specific puzzle that basically everybody, I think, brute forced because nobody realized that the answer was basically just given to you in the file screen. We will come to that later, though. Maybe this session, maybe a later session, depending upon the choices we make.
I wasn't aware we were doing Pathfinder spellcasting in this game.
Yeah, right?
The digital root is very important.
Well, yeah, it increases the power of your spells.
Yeah, so digital root, again, it's just basically you add up all the numbers and you keep adding digits until you end up with a single-digit number. So here, 6, 7, 8, you add 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 21, 2 plus 1 equals 3. Digital root of 6, 7, 8 is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 becomes 10, 1 is 0. So it's 1.
That's correct.
So another way to explain digital root is just called mod 9. It's just modular math. So basically it is whatever the number is, divide by 9, the remainder is the digital root. So we got a stack of blue key cards with some numbers on them. And we also, one of the nice things about this game,
We have a calculator.
it gives you the calculator. Because again, reminder, this game was originally on the DS, so it wasn't like you were on a computer where you could just bust open a calculator app real quick. This game just gave you a built-in calculator. And one of the nice things about the calculator is you
just
can
have a
actually
digital root
hit the digital root button and it'll just tell you the digital root.
Okay.
You can also, of course, do like regular math on it.
It also works as a calculator.
Yeah, but you can just
But doesn't do division.
No.
Division will not be necessary for this game.
I mean, it really won't. Honestly, that calculator is not really particularly necessary for this game. We also got some additional material in the file. So in the file is basically all those little help texts we've gotten so far. This explains about the flowchart, which we don't really have any use for yet because we are literally still on the intro path. There are also sort of all these tips about the general escape stuff, but we're not really going to read most of the stuff in the file because all of it's kind of fairly general purpose info. So we're going to come over here. We've got this stack of key cards. We're going to try and scan them in. Unfortunately, we don't have all the cards necessary to actually make a digital root of 5. So the one other place we needed to look was this little closet over here, which I will point out is really fucking hard to notice that that's a closet. It looks like it's just kind of part of the wall, like some sort of like corrugated design thing. But no, it's a curtain. And so our red code is going to be 7485.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just he's just saying, oh, I gotta set the dial, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
7, 4, 8, 5. So that gives us our other stack of key cards. Now the thing you have to do is you actually have to combine these two stacks.
Them.
Or no, actually, never mind. I think it used to make you do that, but it doesn't now. Yeah, so you have to actually fail at doing it, and then it's like... So yeah, it makes us actually select them. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. We can only put in 3 cards.
671.
Yep, that should do it, because that'll give us 14. And it actually auto kind of does it. If you needed to reset, you could restart, but we got it, so we just pull the handle. So we've done that. We try the door. And we get the other iconic flash screen. You found it.
You found it!
Then we flood the entire ship.
So that's fine. It actually specifically addresses that. He does slam the door behind him.
Ow! My head. Wait.
Junpei also takes a lot of head trauma in this early section there.
Apparently.
That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet.
It's okay. Junpei doesn't have any brain cells to damage.
Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
No, you're in a bathroom. Like,
Go ahead and tick that number up.
Oh. A door. Another door. Damn this water. Ugh. Let me go. Yes, it opened.
So it's important to note this door does not have any sort of number on it, so that generally means that it's just openable.
What? What the hell?
How will Junpei escape the fancy stairs?
Dun dun dun.
So I've already talked about this with Shiv before stream. I'm going to mention this to anybody who might be watching this who is also sort of blind on this game. There's going to be a number of things that come up in this game. Uchikoshi very much mixed historical fact with shit made up for this game. So I would caution against Googling anything that this game talks about at the risk of coming up to spoilers on this game, because a lot of the stuff is like
This is
made
the
up for the
inside
game.
of a ship? Well... Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a... Wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh, shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here. C deck. B deck. Hurry! Hurry! A deck's next.
Nope, B2. Fuck you.
Yup.
What?
So here's an introduction to some of our other characters.
People.
Exotic dancer, fisherman.
Okay, so we'll talk about Lotus in a bit, but
Yeah. we'll talk about all these people in a bit.
A lot of people.
I guess it's another one of us now.
A dancer?
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
Oh, well, okay then.
I'm sorry, my brain is rebooting. What?
Silver hair?
sorry, I accidentally hit the scroll wheel. Yeah, like with most visual novels, there's the ability to go back through the
Go back
logs,
and
so
see
in case
that.
you missed something in a conversation or whatnot.
One of us, huh?
What?
Nothing.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
So what I love is through the course of this sequence,
Wait, hold on.
we develop
The
these
doors won't
nicknames
open?
for like all these characters. These nicknames last all of 5 minutes before they get other nicknames that are used throughout the game.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Who cares?
That's 9 of us then. All of the cards are in hand.
That's the escape artist formerly known as Prince.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Huh?
Ah,
Useful conversation here.
What was that all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Huh?
hey, man, that was dangerous.
Huh? Four? And this one says 5. They're the same.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh? My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
So get used to that guy talking a lot.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that lady? Open! Damn it! Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
Out of my way!
A body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way. This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier.
Yeah, so somehow nobody else paid attention to the really fucking obvious
So
panel
that means
next
this
to the
door is
door.
probably locked too.
Takes all the effort.
But still.
Ugh. Damn it!
Are there any other doors?
Huh?
Watch out!
Oh,
Yeah.
Wham! Ow, my back and my head again.
I think the reason he actually can't remember stuff is he has brain damage.
Right?
As I recall, he takes a lot of head damage in this game.
Mostly the opening sequence. It kind of
Yeah,
stops
mostly the opening
after that.
sequence,
oh my gosh. Is that you, Jumpy?
Akane. What?
What's that voice?
This is...
That guy in the gas mask! Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
What do you mean to do to us?
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Hey, I got one too.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors.
Because anything else would be really fucking stupid.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
I hear a bell.
I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
Ding dong.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Somebody hire a fucking proofreader.
What?
Embedded.
Embedded.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m. I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
That guy won't stop shouting. And the others. Whew. I have way too many questions.
And only some of them will be answered.
Who is Zero? What's the nonary game? What's it for?
So, this one, does get explicitly answered, but you have to kind of pay attention to figure out that it's answered. These ones absolutely get answered.
Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose?
No and yes.
Why pick me to be part of this insane game?
That is probably the single most complex answer in the entirety of the Zero Escape series.
And the others? Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Very well. Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors?
Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A-Deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
Whoa!
What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn! If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about. See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
Then you're saying we won't sink till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A-Deck and C-Deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C-Deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open either.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try.
It clearly has a key.
It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
I can switch over to adventure mode just so we can see the little character inserts.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with 2 of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
A keyhole?
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
More brute force. Got it.
A key, huh?
You got a problem?
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
What's this? There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
Hey, look! Over here, too!
Hmm?
More doors.
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing
There sure
it.
is, Windy Lee. There sure is.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, when they brought the voice actors on, they didn't really reach far for
Nothing.
you know, oh, this is a new voice. Like, no, this is pretty much all people you know.
Yeah, this anime all-stars to the rescue.
Maybe the
Yep.
power isn't on.
Or we
That's not
need
a
to do
bad
something
thing.
with this.
No.
And there's a strange mark here. What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
This is the symbol of Saturn. It's an astrological symbol.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol. We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well check again since we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's not like we're on a strict time limit or
There,
anything.
the two doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
This is an Earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
Yeah, so just to run down the list here, the guy currently being referred to as Lion is voiced by Richard Epcar. The guy currently being referred to as Prince is voiced by Taliesin Jaffe. The guy currently being referred to as Silver is Sean Chiplock. The one with the pink hair is, as noted, Wendy Lee. Our main character, or our viewpoint character, Junpei, is Evan Smith. Akane here is Rena Strober. The big mountain man is Edward Bosco. The dancer is Valerie Aram. The bird nest haired dude is Cam Clark.
The ceiling.
So, yeah, you know, a lot of notable names voicing
It's as
characters
if it's
in this.
covering something up.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
I don't see a problem with this.
The windows, too. Huh. They're all covered. In other words, we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Thank you.
You don't know
Captain
that.
Pedantic.
For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
No.
Yeah, they're locked
I'm
doors
sure
with
they go
brick walls
somewhere.
behind them.
Otherwise,
Zero's an
what
ass like
point
that.
would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them at least.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that. We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
May as well give it a shot. We can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't
Nobody
we at
cares
least
what you
try?
think.
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
Well, it's a sure good thing we
Hey,
spent half an
shut
hour
up!
looking at fucking keyholes.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei. We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
7? Why are you 7?
Because this bracelet number says 7.
I'm gonna let that one linger for a second. 7 is not a clever man.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, I'm gonna be Santa. Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, san means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
No.
Then your bracelet number.
Yeah,
nothing like
it's got
Santa.
a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number
Yes, I'm
is
sure you're all familiar with lotuses.
8.
I'm sorry.
I would appreciate
That
it
one's
if you
always
would
been
call
more of
me
a swerve than
Snake.
Santa was for me.
I mean,
I
the
feel
Lotus
like
thing is much more. It's another like Asian culture thing. Like that's much more common knowledge in Japan.
Okay.
Like it's a very common like Buddhist symbol and all kinds of stuff. So the fact that lotuses have 8 petals is decently common through most of the knowledge throughout most of Southeast Asia. Just very much yes, like over here it's not as well known.
Okay.
My bracelet number is 2.
2 for
Since
Snake.
Ace has chosen cards, then I choose
Yeah,
dice.
this is his
Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
Also, Snake has a sick sense of humor.
Yes.
You can't see?
I knew it.
Me next. I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf
Yeah.
clover.
Like all the names
Good
they choose
luck,
are a nice
right?
shorthand, so you know who's got what.
All right,
Number,
my
since
number's
you have
5.
to keep track of who's got what number.
Okay, so I'm going to bring this up real quick about Clover. Again, something that I don't think gets actually addressed at all in this game and doesn't really get outright stated until later games. That's also her real fucking name. her name is actually Clover. It just coincidentally happens she ended up with Bracelet 4, and so was able to just use her name as her code name.
So my code name is going to be...
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
We
I mean,
know
we all
who
your
you
name
are.
already. You're June.
Get fucked, Junpei.
Also,
You don't get a code name.
to make it really additionally stupid, and God, her parents were awful. Clover's last name is Field. Her name is Cloverfield.
Oh.
I will say that's not a thing this series does a lot. Like they don't do like pun names, like say like the Ace Attorney series or anything like that. It's just like that one specific instance where there's a character whose name is just fucking Cloverfield. Like, come on.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
What's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
All right then, why don't we call you June?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So you're June.
Jumpy?
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay then.
So there's a lot more significance to that name than actually comes up until the very end of the game after the end credits.
So this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace. 2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is 7. And 8 is Lotus. That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet number. The only one left is...
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
What number are you? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're
I'm also a
9?
freak.
Yeah.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right, let me show you. I'm gonna do this.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing? Stay back! Ah,
He's also taking child grabbing classes.
if you get any closer, I'll cut her open! Yeah, that's right. Clover, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go. Slowly. That's right. Just follow me. Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
Okay, I'll do it. Like this.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then, should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Door 5. But why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Good. Good. You're done. Next. You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down. I'm coming over.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open yet. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back. No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Wait, don't tell me. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the ninth man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14. And the digital root 14.
Yep.
1 plus 4.
Yeah, so
is 5.
They're really hammering it home because it's really
other
important
words-
you get digital roots for this game.
yeah, and the big thing about it is that what Junpei has kind of figured out here is that when you're dealing with digital roots / mod 9, 9 is effectively 0.
Yeah.
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare. Good! I don't need you anymore. Wait! Here! She's all yours. Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
I'll show you who has the inferior genes.
Clover!
Sorry,
Are
I
you
can't
all
deal
right?
with anything featuring Cam Clark without getting at least one Liquid Snake joke in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Brother.
I'm fine.
Damn it! That bastard! Open, damn it! Shit! It won't budge.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Ah, God damn it! Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
You had a sheet with all the rules.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Yep.
There's no time left! Listen,
Most
I
of the
was lied
rules.
to. He lied
I mean,
to
the
me.
rules were clear enough. You need 3
He
or 5
put me in
people, and everyone
here.
has to go in.
It was him. He killed me.
That part
it
is
was
clear.
him.
Hey, Hunter, how's it going?
Howdy, Hunter.
Also, you have an odd definition of evening, but
It's evening somewhere.
Yeah.
hello, Sekatsu Dango. How's it going?
A
Yo.
beep? Did that thing just make that sound?
It is now vacant.
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Let's see if we can open it.
Okay. Well, it registered my bracelet number, but it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
So this is the first choice we're given, but it's basically just the other people that add up to 9, because again, in the case of mod 9, 9 is effectively 0, so 0 plus R5 becomes 5. This choice doesn't really matter all that much, but I'll still put it to you, Shiv, being the truly blind one here. Which do you want to choose?
Let's do Snake and 7.
Alrighty.
Snake, 7. You think you could give me a hand here? 5 plus 2 plus 7 equals 14.
So that's going to be the case, I think, mostly through this first playthrough, is when we come to those sort of choice branch points. We'll mostly leave it up to you, Shiv, to decide, since I know which paths to take to get the endings we need, and Krampus, while he probably doesn't remember exactly, has at least gone through most of it before, so...
I mean, is this a case where we have to see all the endings before we can see the true ending, or?
There is one specific ending you have to see before you can actually get to the true ending. However, we're going to try and get most of the endings, just because a lot of them are pretty interesting and do lend some more information to sort of the whole mystery of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of information about what's going on in the No game that's only available in the bad endings that aren't required for the true.
So what we'll do is, for this first playthrough, we'll have you kind of make some decisions of what paths to go down, and then after that, I will sort of take the reins to make sure we hit the other endings before we push through to the true ending. So it is important to note, it is actually possible to go on the path to the true ending on your first playthrough. You literally just hit a certain point where it actually stops and just gives you a to be continued until you have seen the other ending that's necessary.
Good God.
It's unexploded.
Uh-huh.
Pretty bad.
He blew up.
There is a lot of blood in the human body.
There's approximately 10 pints of blood in a human body. I'm pretty sure most of that from the ninth man is on the walls now.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from? Alright, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk? Here we go. How are you feeling? Are you alright?
Why? Why did this happen? Why did this happen?
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
Why did a man explode?
It's 10 o'clock then.
Spent an hour in
Means
this
it's been an
room.
hour since Zero's little announcement.
Fuck!
Okay, in fairness, we
I've had
spent
enough
half
of
of
this
that
crap!
looking at keyholes.
True.
Sorry, I hit the menu button. So we do have the menu button here that just kind of opens this up. We can take a look at the flowchart. This is what I was talking about. This shows you all the different routes through the game.
Okay.
That
As you can
choice
see,
we made before does not matter.
yeah. We're coming up shortly on the first actual split, which is just a two-way split. Then there's a three-way split. Then there's another sort of three-way split. Then at the end of two of these paths, there's a two-way split. It is generally worth noting, almost every time you see a split like this, it is because that is the number of numbered doors we will encounter, and the splits are dependent upon which door we choose.
Which people we go with, yeah.
Yeah, so usually when you're seeing decisions, the important ones for which path you end up on involve which doors you choose.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this?
Exactly.
Most of the time, there's really only one option for if you're choosing a particular door, you're going through with a particular set of people.
We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go!
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the ninth man?
Particularly because in this case, the ninth man is now dead, so we're down to only 8 of us, which means we also only have bracelet numbers 1 through 8, and the restrictions of 3 to 5 people specifically per door means that the math works out very specifically for most numbers.
Of course, who else?
Blood. Oh, blood and pieces of flesh. That's no way for a person to die.
I think he just screwed up. He probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
I should take this moment to point out that Snake is probably my favorite character in this game.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
Probably not the least of which that Taliesin Jaffe just gives an amazing performance.
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
Like, I liked Snake even when I played through this on the DS and didn't have voices
The
to go
ninth
with
man's
it.
death.
The voices
It
are
had
just
nothing to do
perfect.
with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was
You had
why
the
he
paper.
died. Quite
Yeah.
simple if you think about it.
I mean, we all read it out loud.
It said 3 to 5 people,
It says that 3 to 5 people are necessary to open
and
the
they all
door.
have to leave.
Everyone who enters must leave.
Ah.
Huh?
This is
still
actually
don't...
brought up specifically here.
All right, specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can
They
pass
all have to
through
leave
one
and they all have
numbered
to
door.
participate.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you left 2 people behind, they wouldn't be able to participate.
And
so.
after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Yeah. Nobody else really noticed.
Yeah, they said everyone verified had to go.
Yeah.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
It's important to note, by the way, that when it's saying all those who enter must contribute, it specifically means contribute to the opening of the door. So it's basically saying, like, you can't have somebody scan in and then, like, somebody else go. Well, or that you can't have somebody scan in and then somebody else go in who didn't contribute to opening the door. Basically, if you scan in, you go through. If you don't scan in, you do not.
Yeah, no,
That
that's
is
all
correct.
pretty clear.
A gold star for you, Junpei. The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
Pedantic shit.
What is it you know?
Here.
A card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that. Huh? The hell is
Is
this?
it in Braille?
Yes, Snake is fucking with them.
I see.
This is
They
Braille.
was blind.
Yep.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket.
So, again, Snake spends most of the Nonary game fucking with everybody else.
I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it. Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a bed. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds.
It's 9 times 9, get it?
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say,
How we enforce the
if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off, When disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you.
It's a very impressive impression of Zero's voice there, Snake.
Yeah.
Seeing as you were, reading off a sheet. It's not like Zero actually, read this out to you in your room or something.
How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
There's a bomb inside me. Oh.
And not just those burritos I ate last night.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero? Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That mask, it was really scary.
Huh?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
Okay, that's good enough for now. So, I have a question. Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together. So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
We're siblings.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister.
Can't you see the family resemblance?
That really so hard to understand?
She is correct, of course. Are you, surprised?
I mean, they're actually not lying. They actually are brother and sister. It's just fucking anime. What do you want?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
That's it. Zero must be the hunchback.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Obviously, it's Carmen
Well,
San Diego.
we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group.
Yeah, this really seems like the kind of thing an army would do for some reason. Like, what the fuck are you on? Like research group, maybe. An army? What the fuck, Ace?
Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment.
Fuck you.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead! I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh, so to explain about Lotus, by the way, because this, again, never comes up in the game, and it's just something Ushikoshi mentioned in, like, a FAQ afterwards. Her hobby is belly dancing, and she likes the style, so that's why she's dressed like this.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking! Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Yeah, because, like,
wasted 90 minutes of our 9 hours.
Yeah, the whole thing about how she's dressed, literally the only time it ever comes up is during that intro sequence where Junpei is like, "Are you a dancer?" And she's like, No, I'm not.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Also, because it comes up sort of several times through the game, but never actually explicitly states her age. Lotus is constantly referred to as an old lady or old woman by several of the characters. She's like 40. She's anime old.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait. I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
Can't have them covered in blood.
I mean, fair.
If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
Kicks.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of us can go into door 5!
I don't remember the animations being in the DS version. I think they might have been added for the...
The animations were, they just weren't as good, because DS graphics. Like, this game got an HD remaster and all that stuff. No, it definitely had the animations.
What about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital root be?
It's 4. Those all add up together to 22, which adds the digital roots to 4.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So, the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace, they would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that. Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go? I'm going through door 5.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Alright, so due to the fact that we have protagonism powers, we can basically force choices like this. We will always go through whatever door we choose that we want to go through. So, your call, Shiv. Do you want to do the unknown or the abattoir?
Let's do door 5. That's where we seem like we want to go.
Alright.
Hey, wait.
Let's go walk through the ick.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
I want to go through door 5 too.
What? What are you saying,
I'm really
Jumpy?
interested in seeing that blown up body. Let's do this
If
shit.
you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Yeah. Who wants to talk about murders?
Murders!
Yay!
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well...
Please, let me go into door 5.
Man, now we're right back where we started, you know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Yeah, let Junpei get what he wants.
You'll be fine.
Protagonism powers.
How
Just
dare you be
relax.
selfish, girl?
Huh. What did he tell her?
Okay, I understand.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14.
Well,
And the
this one
digital
gets
root
stay
of
for poor
14,
Snake.
1 plus 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Exact number swap. The numbers haven't changed.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then.
Again, the game,
The lever's
at
all
least
that's
early
left.
on, does a lot of digital root verification. Later on, they usually just go over it once per door, and they're like, fine,
Yeah.
whatever. If you haven't figured it out by now, we fucking give up on you.
If you haven't figured it out by now and you don't want to use the calculator that we gave you for some reason,
Okay.
you're done.
All right then. Let's go.
Okay. Please be careful.
We will. And it's open. Oh.
That's messed up.
Oh, that was a bad idea. I should have went to the other door.
Yeah,
That,
right?
That was the 9th man. Oh.
How can you...
Okay, so I will put this out there in advance. The game never actually explicitly shows us gross, blown up bodies, but
Well, do you intend
know
to
it's
kill
there.
me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry.
Let's go!
So just to show something off real quick, if we go to the flowchart now, you can see we have started heading down this path. So this path over here would be if we just went through.
With the corridor.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn it! The countdown started!
So that's how you know that the detonator is active and you have 81 seconds to find the dead. And this pink skull shows up on your watch.
Shit! The door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it. Ah! Found it. Right here!
So this again is one of those things where every time the sequence for finding the dead is always done in the actual like visual novel side of things, so you never actually have to go pixel hunting for the dead.
You have to do a puzzle to find the dead or anything like that.
Yeah. Also, Zero's being nice about this, and he never like hides the dead.
Well, it looks like
just
it stopped
on the other side of the door.
I mean, they're around somewhere you can reach without having to like go through doors and stuff. But sometimes they're down the other end of a hall or something like that. Like there are occasions in this game where they do have to like haul ass to the other end of a hallway to reach the dead, but
the intent is that the dead is mostly there as
enforcing the rules
device for enforcing the rules. And stuff.
Yeah, it is there to enforce the rules. It itself is not really part of the challenge of the game.
Jumpy, are you all right? Are you guys okay?
I mean, I'm gonna throw up everywhere, but other than that, we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
I'm up to my ankles in Ninth Man, but I suppose I'll be all right.
Okay. Ah, I stepped in Ninth Man's digital root of 2.
Sure Ninth thing. Man.
Oh.
Yeah, so even though that guy never actually gets an official code name, he is generally just referred to as the Ninth Man.
Now, doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
Hey, there's a door over there.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we? All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't want to look, but... Oh, it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what. He'd been wearing these. The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say...
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2.
You fucking explode.
Zero. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines,
so I guess technically it would end your heartbeat, so...
Yeah. Heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. Oh, but what the
or when you cut your arm off.
Getting it off when you end up like this.
If you try and remove it, it will blow you up.
Yeah.
What if you cut it off with the shoulder? I wonder how long
you remove it and it blows you up.
I'm wondering how long you have.
It must have happened.
It's a strong enough door that like severs your arm and gives you a decent blast coverage.
Well, no, the bomb isn't in your arm. The detonator's in the wrist. The bomb is in your small intestine.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
The bomb's in your body, hence why the blood all over the place is because the bomb blew up inside someone.
Oh god. Oh,
got it.
I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Also,
that was covered a little
out of
earlier.
here.
But
yeah.
Yes, welcome, Vince.
You missed the initial indication where one guy tried to break the rules, went into a room by himself because there's rules that basically 3 to 5 people have to go in a room, and then blew up because he couldn't deactivate the bomb because everyone who goes in has to deactivate the bomb together.
Yeah, they have to check in on the other side to deactivate the detonator, basically.
Oh
no, poor guy who existed to be exploded.
Yeah.
As a demonstration of this mechanic.
He literally didn't even learn his name. Or even a nickname for him.
I mean, he refused to take a code name, so again, he is usually just referred to as the Ninth Man. Down at least 2 of the story paths, I believe, you do learn his actual name, but...
Through here?
Yeah, so now we are in the first class cabin, which is our first real sort of escape room. Because the initial one is pretty straightforward.
What's up?
Yeah.
So what is the
Check
plot of
this
this?
out. We found the stranger on the
So a
door.
whole bunch of people were essentially kidnapped and thrown on a boat which is sinking to play what's called the Nonary game. It is a game where they have to put their life on the line in order to escape the ship that will be sunk in 9 hours. There are numbered doors. They have to match up their. Everyone has that wristwatch thing that has a different number, 1 through 9. They have to do digital routes to match the number on numbered doors. Again, 3 to 5 people per door. If you break the rules, you blow up. If you don't escape in 9 hours, you die when the ship sinks.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's
I
locked?
assume this game doesn't actually have a 9-hour timer.
No, there is no actual time limit in this game at all, ever.
No.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, everything progresses.
So
at
I would
story.
assume.
Is there
We did
any other
spend,
way out?
9 hours in game in one room, roughly half of which was spent looking at locks.
Yeah, just a fucking bow.
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
I mean, let's put it this way. We're about 2 hours into the stream here. An hour and a half has passed in game.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this
It is
door...
unfortunate that ninth man blew himself up because he has like the easiest wristband for doors.
Absolutely.
Go in whatever door you fucking want.
Yeah, because again, with mod 9,
His
9
number
is...
doesn't matter.
Yeah, with mod 9, 9 is effectively a 0. Yeah, to explain that, Vince, just because, again, in case you weren't picking up on that, it's digital root, or mod 9, which is effectively you add up all the numbers together, then if it's more than one digit, you add the digits together until you get a single-digit number.
But because of the way the math works,
we won't be going anywhere.
9s are effectively 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anything you add to 9 basically tips it over into 2 digits, so...
Yep.
It just takes whatever you add to 9 and effectively makes that the digital root.
This looks like a bedroom.
So the guy who had a bracement of 9 is basically not taken into consideration for door calculation.
And I will say, keeping that in mind becomes very important for stuff that's revealed essentially through the true ending, because of how certain things work. Not everything is necessarily as it seems, as you may have probably surmised just by the nature of the kind of game this is.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest
So what you're
you can
saying
get
is the
to one on a
ninth man
ship.
is literally the equivalent of Jigsaw.
All right, let's find a way to
except
open this door.
really bad at his job and blew himself up.
No, there's Zero, who is the one who kidnapped everybody and threw them on the boat and set up the Nonary game and all that. Thus far, all we know about Zero is they speak through voice modulation and they wear a funky-ass gas mask.
That would explain the voice modulation earlier.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Seek a way out!
Da-dun.
So yeah, every time we hit an escape room section, we're greeted to that sort of view of Junpei's eyes, followed by Seek a Way Out. And then again, we get the sort of map of the area we're constricted to for the escape room. So we've got the bedroom area, we've got like a bathroom over here, a couple closets, and like a living room area. Not everywhere that you see is always going to be of relevance. So over here, we have essentially the lock we're trying to solve. So we've got a microphone over here, like a dish-style directional mic. That is... Give me a second here. Never mind, I can't access that from here. Game's just a little loud in my ears, so it's making it hard, but I can deal with it. So it's like a dish-style directional mic. It's trying to pick up sound. That will cause the door to unlock.
Scorably.
Yep.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious.
So, Snake, as is the usual kind of trope about that thing, because he is blind, the rest of his senses tend to work a lot better. So he
I
has...
don't wish to toot my own horn.
Yeah.
but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
I do have to say, while I love the performance Taliesin Jaffe gives, given his personality, I think it's an absolute shame they didn't have Cam Clark voice Snake, since he was there anyways to voice the Ninth Man.
I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Oh, really?
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
Immediately transitions to
I
Mike
must
Tyson's
warn
Punch
you,
Out.
you'll no doubt regret it.
Your ass beat by a blind man.
So notably, this one doesn't get a counter on the what the fuck is this nonsense count, because this is actually legit. There are actually people who are blind who have basically developed, for all intents and purposes, sort of an echolocation sense.
Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
And quite frankly, considering the genre, that's kind of softball nonsense anyways.
Oh no, I'm still counting those for what the fuck is this
what
nonsense.
The fuck, you'll know we hit what the fuck.
Like, trust me, there's plenty of what the fuck in this that is still pretty typical for the genre, but it's still what the fuck.
You haven't started talking about mine yet.
So we're looking at a vanity.
I see they did not have the budget to voice act literally every little thing.
No, well again, as I explained at the beginning, so this was originally a DS game. The DS version didn't actually have voice acting at all. The voice acting in this game was a thing added into the re-release for Vita, PS4, and PC.
Okay.
So we have a piano over here. And on the piano, we have a ship's map.
No, unless it's like a AAA game or something, I don't really expect everything to be voice acting. Voice acting is expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a small amount of dialogue.
Well, that's part of why, as I initially explained, the DS version didn't have voice acting, because it was space constraints because it was on a DS cart, and there's a lot to this game actually, and then also it was a one-off project from Kotaro Uchikoshi. This was not actually intended to be a series at first. This was intended to just be this game. It got popular enough that it became a trilogy, but they weren't going to spend the money on voice acting when they could easily, put that more into the art and the story and the game design.
Yeah.
It's properly tuned, the sounds are purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. Snake, that's called being out of tune!
That means that it is not tuned.
I see what he's trying to say, it just doesn't work with the language he's using.
Yeah, I will say there are some things that come up in this game that I've always been kind of curious as to whether it's a matter of that's how the text actually is, or if it was a translator thing.
Yeah.
There's a very definite one that comes up later on that I'll probably bring up when it happens, but... Mahogany. Why, it's bark! Ah!
Oh.
Psychic wood sensing powers, got it.
Okay, so this is one of the other little rooms where we find another score plate. So there's a combination lock on this safe, or dial combination lock on this safe. So another thing we're looking for, in addition to the actual score plates, which as you may guess are needed to play the correct tune on the piano, is the combination to that safe.
There actually is in that briefcase. We just taped it to the top. Just grew a snake. It's a piece of paper.
That came out of nowhere. Oh, my parents would be so disappointed that I'm trapped in the bathroom with a huge man.
And
Son, I warned you about those huge men.
So we got the bathtub. It's currently full of water. It's kind of murky. But something about Seven's puzzle game senses tells us we shouldn't drain the bathtub yet. So that's the folder that all the score plates started in. We can't actually take that though. It's just kind of there.
Is there a piece of paper in there?
It's another one of the it's another one of the score plates. They're like glass.
Okay.
Glass or steel or something.
They are actually glass. If you look at
they're clearly not paper.
It's transparent glass plate.
Oh, transparent glass plate. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't actually search them before, but yeah.
Yes. I mean.
So we've got A, C.
I will say one of the score plates is actually labeled incorrectly. I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be like the E plate actually has like G notes on it or something. So we grabbed that base to fill it with water. Now we can pull the plug in the tub. Now Seven thinks it's a good plan. His puzzle game senses are no longer tingling at him.
Puzzle. There's another plate at the bottom of the water.
Yes.
Yep.
You didn't actually need to drain the water to get to that plate. You could have just reached and grabbed it, but
we couldn't see it was
want
there.
The gross water.
Yeah, it was gross and murky. We're not reaching our hand in there. You.
another plate.
Yep. So now that we have a jug full of water, we can put this fire out.
On a jug, it's a vase.
Good job! Now let's wait for that glass to cool down, because it's going to be horribly fucking up.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's fine. We cover our hands with our sleeves. This one is ceramic, which means it's certainly not hot at all.
Hey, Seven. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Yeah. Plot twist, Seven has amnesia!
That happened to someone.
Memory loss?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, we had initial
yeah,
amnesia, so I remember
guess I
what
didn't
happened
tell
to
you,
us.
huh? I told the rest of them before we.
I mean,
ran
that
into
I
you on the
generally
stairs.
just kind of wave off as an effect of the knockout gas.
I told him I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke
Noxious
up.
amnesia gas.
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
Hold on, I need to take a counter.
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
You have amnesia? Why? What the fuck, Junpei?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well,
That's not necessarily
sure.
how amnesia
I was
works.
pretty confused when I woke up down on D-deck.
That's true. I
But
mean,
that
technically
was
speaking,
a
you
while
may
ago.
know what caused your amnesia to begin with.
Yeah.
I've had some time to
Depending
get
on the
used
type
to
of
it.
memory damage.
After a while, I
Yeah,
figured
from
there
what
wasn't
I
any
rem-
trouble with worrying about it.
I mean, it's still a really fucking dumb question to ask.
It is a dumb question.
is a dumb
Chameleon,
question,
but
yeah.
No one's disputing that.
Yeah.
After all, why worry about something I
Like,
can't
yes, it
change?
is entirely possible to know, like, oh, I got a brain injury, and so I have amnesia,
like,
or blah blah blah.
Some
but,
people
like,
have like short-term memory loss, but it's like they know an
Well,
accident caused
people
it.
usually
and-
don't stay
Yeah.
amnesiacs forever.
but it's just
Because
like
they
it's
have to
such a,
remember everything up to that point, then nothing after it.
yeah, it's just such a fucking dumb immediate response of like, you have amnesia? Why? Like,
I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
I mean, fuck. Giving Junpei some credit, I guess. He didn't ask Snake why he's blind.
That's it?
That's it.
Uh,
All right, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
How are you fine with something like that?
So that's another thing that'll kind of happen and come up through the course of the game. Anytime we're with Seven, there's a chance that something will happen and he'll start kind of getting like a headache. Oh yeah, so that's the door we came through. So no real reason to go through that one again. But yeah, anytime we're in an area with Seven, there's a chance he'll start getting like headaches, something like that, and memories might occur to him.
So you're saying is he occasionally drops plot convenient clues?
Sometimes. It's not always necessarily plot convenient clues. A lot of it is like backstory stuff to start solving the overall mystery. So there are like probably a dozen light switches through the course of the game. I don't think a single one of them actually does anything. So, like, it says, listen carefully, but it's honestly mostly just kind of a brute force. Like, we're trying to hit this note. Nope.
I'm perfectly fine with this being brute forced.
It's basically figure out which notes are which, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
to be
big.
fair, it does show you on the thing where the note is that you're pressing in regards to where the note you're supposed to be on is.
Okay, so there's a visual indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you miss it,
get
shows
wrong,
up
a
as
little
red.
dot will show up.
Yeah.
Like that.
like that. So you can basically figure out what notes you need to hit, and then just
Hyper experimental Simon. Got it.
Basically.
and there's also only four notes in the entire thing. So once you know the 4 keys that it uses, you're good.
Assuming you aren't trying to go through it too fast and keep forgetting which one is which.
That can happen.
Okay, so this one is that one. then that one, 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 and that one. There we go.
Alright.
Yes, Hunter, it is what is usually used as, like, the school bells in Japan. Hence, 7 doing this. Yeah, it's also, you know, the chime that plays from Westminster.
Mm.
So yeah.
As I recall, isn't that something you have to come back for later with prior knowledge?
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but
yeah. It's been a long while since I played 999.
You found it!
Yay! What do we find?
The way out.
The way out.
Hmm?
Hooray.
We were seeking a way out.
We also found the voice acting again.
Mm.
That should do it.
What's he up to?
I was
So
just
Seven's
putting one
not
of
an
those
idiot.
plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again. Yeah, we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Ah, why would you want to come back here?
I might like to play a little piano.
Piano?
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Also, we're on a puzzle ship, so...
Well, then.
Can't say
Never
I
throw
could
away
imagine
access to
Seven
things.
playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue.
Hey, wait for me! Whoa, a metal grate?
So that's another thing that happens basically every time you're with Seven. He always, like, basically props doors open behind him. I personally figure he's a D&D player and just bought a bunch of door spikes.
Why is this thing...
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
No way to know if they're working or not from here.
Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate. Sounds like it's locked.
Yep. Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
I think it's locked, too. Look.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine. Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway? They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
So, as you can see, that one is likely...
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
So I assume.
Hold on. Where's Seven? Ah, there he is. Down that hallway. This way, Snake. Follow me. I wonder if this door will...
How about that? It opens.
How y'all motherfuckers feel
wow.
about gambling?
Is this some kind of casino?
Sure looks like one.
Does it have blackjack?
No, it has Baccarat.
Oh, god damn it.
Well,
do we have to know the rules of Baccarat?
They explain them, but the rules of Baccarat are basically play digital route to try and get 9. I'm not kidding.
It seems we are once again...
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly.
Seek a way out. So we actually really only have this one room in this one, but we do have multiple camera angles on this room.
Get bevved up.
It's funny you should say that.
It's when your throat's burning, because it's actually acid.
So the core puzzle of this room is actually we just need to gather these playing cards so that we can succeed at the Baccarat table puzzle. The main goal being we've got this lock over here. We need to get an 8 to make 9, because ace plus 8 is 9. The 8...
Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. You see, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins.
Yes, it's not exactly
smaller
digital
than your
root. It is
opponents,
literally
you
just that the ones place matters.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the explanation.
I'm going to
Got it. Well, actually,
Yeah.
there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff.
So I will say, this room in particular is actually kind of a pain in the ass if you, if this is not like the first kind of time you're playing through, because you've gotten so used to everything being based on digital root, and this room is just based on just dropping the tens digit.
But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9, and the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. Do you get it?
Yeah. Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules. And if it does, in what manner?
Then I guess we try everything.
Yeah, like, Snake does have a valid point there, where it's like, we don't know if that's the rules it's playing by, but at the same time, like, what the fuck else are we gonna do, Snake?
There's some sort of thing being projected by lights. Presumably will be projected by lights.
Yep. So if we turn these on.
Uh-huh.
We get spade, diamond, heart.
Coin bag.
So as you may have noticed, there are a bunch of slot machines over here. I'm not going to waste too much of our time. The first one and the third one basically break immediately if you try and put a coin in them.
Ah.
And this is what the fireplace was revealing.
Or do you want to turn them off?
Yep.
Or you want to hit them?
Yeah, there's no timing to that or anything like that. If you hit those in the order that the thing showed, it will always guarantee to be 777.
Yeah.
Jackpot, which will get us the key and a playing card. So we now have the Venus key, which is the key to that gate we just saw.
Yep.
And
So
notably,
now,
we don't have to keep track of keys. We just
yeah, no, they don't. They're not even in the item thing. They're just the thing we have.
Yeah.
All right. So now,
It's a baccarat table. What the hell else are we gonna do?
yeah, place 3 cards here, and we need to get a 9 basically in the ones place. Yes, 3 empty indentation, pick a card, play it, put it in the right spot, something gotta happen, let's give it a try. So this is what we have. Basically we have 2 through 7.
We need to match it or beat it?
We need to beat it.
So we need another card?
Nope.
We only do 8. Oh, no, it still adds up.
Yep.
Right, it's the ones digit, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Yeah,
we have an 8. Glass case snaps down and snaps your finger.
So we have that 8. Now we can go over here, the lock.
Put the 8 in.
Put the 8 in.
Which is fine, because the only cards we have left can add up to 18. We're doing digital roots again.
Yep.
So,
yeah, so again, that's why this room is kind of a pain in the ass, because everything in this room is Baccarat until this lock, which is digital roots.
Yeah.
Well, technically speaking, we did the digital root on the table as well.
No, we didn't.
We added.
I mean, okay, yeah, we did, but
yeah, by coincidence, it also worked out to working out as a digital root.
Yeah, it's just a matter of everything in this room talks about the rules of Baccarat, and just drop the 10s and so on and so forth.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way it talks about dropping the 10s and so on and so forth, but the cards you have to use for it never have a 10s place to begin with.
Yeah, it works out the same, but yeah. So once you've actually unlocked it, you cannot actually go back through the room. It's also kind of a nice way of the game just saying, like, hey, like, there's nothing else you need to do in here.
Yeah. You solved this one.
But they do it by revealing that 7 is a raging alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. Look, you don't touch my medicine.
This way. The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here. It sounds like it did. All right, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be all right? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
Just what I thought. D-deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck, then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them. And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Thank you, Junpei.
Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it.
Seven validating your opinions does not make them right.
Oh, whoa, would you watch it, man? Whoa, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven. Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Okay.
7. Oh, that's too much. Oh, my head. Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
Scroll wheel.
To the right this time.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Right. Okay, I'm on it. Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it. What?
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end. The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
Yep, locked.
Just like we check all the numbered doors if we don't know how numbered doors already work.
Yeah.
After all, there are rules to the nonary game. And to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules.
Like, again, Snake even points it out, like, dude, they're not gonna open.
Literally,
unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Because of this nonsense.
Whoa,
How have you
check
not
this out.
figured it out?
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one...
There's nothing.
Right? You think it's broken?
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
They've got to be broken.
What indeed do the numbers mean?
I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa, whoa.
Really?
Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom? Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
As opposed to a slot for nothing.
The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
I get it.
Be
So
a
the
slot for
Reds
something
aren't working
analog.
because somebody pulled out their guts.
So I assume.
But
Slot
why?
for mail for all the doctors.
And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Oh, what now?
June!
What's up?
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Guess everyone's here.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
And that's what we know.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
What is this gigantic?
Okay, so when I've talked before about, Ushikoshi being up until 4 o'clock in the morning on Wikipedia writing this game, this is all real.
The
This is
Gigantic.
actual, legitimate.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century. Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them.
Yeah, so the Titanic was actually the second ship built of its class. The first one was the Olympic, and the third one was the Gigantic, which did not actually see use until after the Titanic disaster, and never actually set sail under the name
They
Gigantic.
intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
Yeah, so she was actually launched as the Britannic, and yeah, this is basically exactly what happened. Is she was launched roughly a month before the outbreak of World War I, so never actually worked as a cruise ship.
The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship.
And yeah, was used as a hospital ship during World War I.
At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that?
That part is not accurate, though. The Gigantic did sink.
One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdain bought her.
This is made up. Do not Google Lord Gourdain. You will run into spoilers for this game. The Gigantic did actually sink, or rather, the Britannic did actually sink, and is famously one of the biggest wrecks ever explored by Jacques Cousteau.
Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself. Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gourdain bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
I mean, she treats him like it's a dumb idea, but in fairness, it's actually a pretty reasonable conclusion.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean... I don't know.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that. Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. 10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
It's midnight.
That's lost.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room, but we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Huh?
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right, then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search.
Okay, so I will say, there's a little thing that's interesting, and we'll run into this later as we're doing other paths. There is a bit of a magician's force that takes place here, in that no matter which path you take, whether you take the 4-door or the 5-door, the other team always gets here first and always has already searched some of these rooms.
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us.
Yeah.
If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe?
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then
Yeah,
let's
basically
do
there are
this.
certain parts of this plot that do not change no matter what choices you make, and it's mostly for narrative convenience to allow certain events to happen regardless of your choices.
Yeah. It's a 1. I better get back to the others.
Like the Let's Split Up gang. Like the Let's Split Up gang that was just done right there.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, it makes sense for what they're doing perfectly, but
yeah.
What are they doing over there? What happened, guys?
time is actually a
Jumpy,
concern.
look! Killer, so.
Yeah, and time is actually a concern.
Vacant? Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What?
Dun,
Let me
dun,
see.
dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take a look. It's just as you said. All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Huh. Wait a minute. Where's Snake? Does that mean that he
Snake?
found them?
Snake.
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Wow, Santa. So somebody else who I've seen stream this game, upon dealing with Santa a few times, gave the description of Santa of like, of everyone here, you're the one that's going to use a gamer word, huh?
No! That's impossible! Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible. I'm gonna go look for him.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait! Well, that didn't work. Damn it.
Stop.
What should we do now?
Okay.
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Choices.
Choices.
Oh.
Should be noted, back to the large hospital room doesn't really accomplish much right now.
Yeah. Let's do the first class cabin.
All right.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
So we run into Clover.
Should probably talk to her.
Are you all right? Look, I know you're really worried, but
Alone. Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone! You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me! Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
all right. Let's go, June.
Yeah.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. So, where do you think we should go next?
Yeah, she seems a little unstable without him around.
Yeah, go figure.
The casino.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Don't see any reason not to.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital route would be 1.
Means you have to find a door for one.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only
have someone
doors
else come
there
with you.
are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
The digital root is 26. 2
1
plus
plus 2
6
plus 1
equals
plus
8.
1 plus 1 equals 1 on a button.
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course
That's
not.
exactly what she
What
said.
kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
Yep.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate? That's all you have to say?
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
No.
Except you also have a bunch of puzzles ahead, and the more numbers you have, the better.
Over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
Which 3?
That's just...
That's I mean, that's a real big question. Which 3?
I think I could have a moment alone. There's some things I need to think about.
They involve numbers.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah. Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. Alright, where should we go next?
Well, we already did the first class cabin, so let's do the hallway with
Let's
all
go
the
back
rooms.
downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors. Oh, it's Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
That was a good question.
Run to Ace?
Sure, let's go.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Right.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't. Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare. At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority. All right, where should we go next?
Well, the only thing left to do is go back to the
Why don't we
hospital
go back
room.
to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's
Now
go
we've
then.
triggered all these events.
Yep.
Hey, wait. That's...
Well, talk with a bunch of people, get some idea of their personalities.
Yeah.
Santa?
And we'll just go ahead and talk to
What are you
Santa.
doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Any theories?
I'm gonna go someone other than the 8 of them.
All right. Any input on that one, Vince, seeing as you're also blind on this? I know you're lacking a bit more information than Shiv since you haven't been here the whole time.
Actually, I'd probably say 0 probably did it. But we don't know where Snake is, and
I would have to do
let's
some
trust that Lotus is not lying when she says that
she didn't do it.
They were fixed when she got back.
All right, we'll go with 0.
I think it was probably 0.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it. I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably 0.
Yeah, exactly. And why the hell would he put them back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So, what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the Reds?
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out
Man,
something
do I not
else.
feel like doing the math on
Something
this.
bad.
What do you mean?
Technically, I could see Snake doing it if it means, if Snake realized the fact that 3 people could go through one door and 4 people could go through another door, but not all 8 of them could go through a door. But I'd have to figure out the math on this to see whether or not that's actually a thing.
So that actually does come up in a little bit here.
Bad?
It is quite specifically the opposite, actually. Without Snake, only they have to split up like that. If they had Snake, all of them could go through 2 doors.
Ah.
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
Look,
if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
And that's that, I guess.
You got some problems, Santa. So yeah, we do have to do all
Snake
4
hasn't
of
been
those
anywhere we've
before we can
searched.
actually finish the searching and move on with the game.
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal. Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind.
And also can't do that.
But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave one person out, then only one person will be left behind.
I mean, if you'd like, we have the calculator here.
I missed the initial math.
But yeah, I will tell you right now, she is actually right.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's
Okay,
so
we
cruel
can all
about it?
7 stay in this room.
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, calm down, you two. Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works.
Well...
And for that reason,
I don't
think
remember the exact
only fair way
Spider
to decide who will be
Jerusalem quote.
sacrificed is through
It's going through my head right now, I can assure you.
Yeah. You want to watch TV, they want to hate fuck you with knives.
That's voting.
What do you think?
No! That's terrible!
I'm not asking you. Shut up. What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right, that's one vote for.
Well, I'm the one who gets
Counting
voted
mine,
for,
that's
and then I
2.
disagree.
7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get one more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover? Hey, Clover.
Oh, she actually came back into this room.
Oh yeah, no, she's here.
Your brother
Stop
has to
yelling
be
at her.
behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Or the unnumbered door.
Let's go look for him together, okay?
We can't open the number door.
If we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
Okay.
The motion carries. Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary. I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
I mean, actually, it's outright will. Ace is just better at math than you.
June.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them...
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time. We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind? You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer, then.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
I just said I was going to think about it.
Ace!
Calm down.
Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here. Ace! What happened? Ace, say something!
I'm all right.
How are you all right?
This.
Just face planted on the floor.
A syringe? Soparil beta. What does this do?
Also, don't Google this. This was made up for the game.
Yep.
Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
They had like 5 hours, Hunter, not less than 4.
Anesthetic.
I found it earlier.
I mean, still, yes, it would be a waste of time. Mathematically, this is the only correct solution.
While we were searching the
Look, we're great at wasting time. Did you miss the half hour talking about locks in the first room?
Yeah.
4 hours have passed since the start, Hunter. It was 9 hours to begin with.
I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Ugh, graduated to the hard
do this?
stuff.
I
Oh,
tell you,
loosey goosey.
I'd like to take a nap. I really am. Very tired.
Ace.
Hmm? Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
Ah, you feel warm. So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
Ace! Ace!
Nice dream of not being in a death
Let's get him up on a bed.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste. Right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
All right, who's next? Junpei, which door do you want?
Door number 3. You want door number 3?
We actually can choose door number 3.
Oh, we can pick door number 3 and just throw it all off?
Yes, we can. So, Shiv, Vince, what do you think?
Let's do door 7.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah.
All right then.
I believe
that means June's got to go through 8.
What? Why?
What?
Math.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it. Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8. 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
Oh no. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Got it memorized.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible.
Yep, and this is where Seven brings up basically the really good point about why these doors will always meet back up somewhere along the line, because it is necessary to make it through the 9 door.
He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
Yes. Promise?
You guys are done, right? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Whatever.
Yes, Santa is absolutely a prick.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
It's open.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
June.
Jumpy.
What the hell are you doing, Junpei? Only 81 seconds left! No time to waste, guys! Let's get moving!
81
Look,
seconds.
the door on the left.
Yes,
For
once the
81
door's closed, they have
the
81
bomb
seconds.
will explode.
Yeah, they have 81 seconds to check in at the deactivation device before the bomb goes off.
Ah.
Like that.
Basically part of the making sure people actually follow the rules.
It stopped. It stopped.
And of course, 81, a very 9
This
number.
is the second time
Yes.
we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
You have no...
You little... You want to die?
I'd like to see you try.
You fucking brat! All right, let's go!
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this.
Just bring something up here. So flowchart here. We're now on this little branch path. As you can see, this meets up before hitting another branch. And the flowchart gets complicated around here.
It's not going to do us any good.
Complicated. That's also the simplest flowchart in the series.
Yes, by far.
Also looks like one of the doors forces you into a particular ending. Based on the
Yes.
flowchart. The right
Whatever that far choice
Yes.
is
Only goes
forces
down
us
the right
down
path.
that side.
Yes, you are correct.
It's still possible to end up on that path, but
I believe that is the 3 choice. Forcing yourself through door 3, I believe, sends you down this path.
and it looks like it is possible to still end up on that same path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because there's another door choice. Essentially, the idea is if you go down this path, you don't actually get the choice of door here. You automatically go through this door, effectively.
It basically forces you through that door as opposed to...
Yeah.
Wait here
Yeah.
for a minute, all right? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight.
There's a short hallway on the left here. And an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
It's fine. It'll come down in time.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door. On that iron plate.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well,
Cool,
this is
let's open
probably
it.
not going to be pleasant.
Sweet.
Well, there's no point to standing around.
Who wants to see a dead body?
Might as well go in and see what's waiting
Again.
for us.
Who wants to talk about surgery?
No, but I am actually glad we're going to this one because this is the puzzle I was talking about before, where that file, that thing that we've never actually looked at other than like the very beginning of the game, the file gives you the answer to the puzzle in
it's
here,
nothing.
but nobody ever thinks to look at it. Most people just brute force it.
Let's just go. Huh?
What the hell is this?
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover.
What?
Clover! Hey, what's wrong?
What the hell is this?
Is
a mannequin?
Is this a corpse?
We should probably take a closer look.
Pardon me a moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had to update that.
This is...
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
A doll? You're right. It's only a doll.
Is this a corpse? Dude, it's like very clearly made of wood.
Man, it really scared me.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off. Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of. I'm talking about a heart.
Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
That is where people usually find the heart, Seven.
Yeah.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't
A lot of
think it's a
medical
doll.
shit.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got
You people
more
are slow.
personal uses?
Seven.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Seek a way out.
Dun 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 dun.
So we've been kind of jumping through a lot of the puzzles in this game. That's because honestly, most of the puzzles in this game are not actually terribly complicated.
John.
Yep, so this doll's name is John. This, in many ways, is kind of the first puzzle that actually has any real complexity to the solution. So we've got the mannequin on a bed here, we've got a scale.
Another medical mannequin.
Pelvic Hearts Hunter. That explains the peeing blood.
Knew we shouldn't have gotten your medical license from DeVry.
Got a whole table of medical implements. So there's one scalpel that stands out a little bit, that looks fairly new, so we take that one. We've got another tray of medical implements here. We were looking for something small we could fit in a slot to pull some stuff out. We get these forceps.
Uh-huh.
Got like a heater over here.
I've only got
Nothing
3
in-
steps. Will those do?
Huh?
I've only got 3 steps. Will those do?
We got a heater in here. This is of completely no significance. As you may have noticed, there's usually a lot of stuff in these that are of no significance.
Big chest.
Yep. So there's nothing in any of the drawers. Nothing on this whole shelf over here actually matters, basically. Before we go any further, we're going to go ahead and use those forceps. So, go ahead and combine that with the scalpel. And we get a key. Yep. Please don't say it like that. So that is necessary to do because these doors are locked and we actually need that key to get into them.
Here's the file.
Yes. So that is the file that actually gives us the solution to the macro puzzle for this area that basically nobody ever pays attention to. Because the game, well, the game has not in any way ever really made it important to look at the file before. So now we've got the chemical room. So we've got NaCl over here. NH3, which is ammonia. We've got a spray bottle of CO2.
Blue liquid.
We've got a bottle of blue liquid, bottle of red liquid. And there's dihydrogen monoxide on this shelf. What? Did you just say water? Where was the other one? There it is. C2H5OH. So yeah, there's a bottle of ethanol on that shelf. So if we come back to this here, we can see our little note here. It says iron equals 1, salt equals 2, water equals 3, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol are all question marks. So as you can see, there's a keypad here on the box. Again, this is pretty straightforward. Have you figured out what the clue is here?
The numbers that appear in each of their chemical formulas?
There's no numbers in the chemical formulas for iron or salt. And there's not a 3 in water. Not unless you have some particularly hard water.
CO3.
Vince, Shiv, any thoughts? Nope, I'm afraid that's not it, Vince.
Wait, is the number of molecules total in them? Because iron's 1 because it's an
Well,
actual element.
it's the number of atoms in a molecule,
The
yes.
number of atoms, yeah.
Yes, because iron is 1 because it is just Fe. Salt is NaCl because it's a sodium and a chloride. Water is H2O. So that makes carbon dioxide, which is CO2.
So 3.
Would be 3. And then ammonia and ethanol it gives us because they're not as commonly known, which is NH3 is ammonia.
That would be 4.
So 4.
And ethanol, which is C2H5OH.
So 9.
Yep. So we come over here to our keypad.
Some more of those Ho particles.
Yeah.
Hogan.
And they just go in order.
Yeah. Got 9.
And a heart.
A heart.
So, we presently have a fake chest, a fake heart, and a fake right arm.
You think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Okay.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Oh, well...
We're gonna drink that ethanol.
Medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
Yeah, that's right. CDT.
What kind of medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial-strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
It's a
Well,
very
probably to clean
set of
stuff up.
knowledge.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know.
Still, with exploded
Looks like
bodies.
it's cleaned my brain up.
You remember something?
Yeah. Well, I remember a story about EDT.
Pardon me a second.
We're finally gonna tick this
Happened
counter
about
up.
50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate.
Okay, so first thing to address. No chemist in existence would ever call water molecules being attached to something and forming a hydrate a mutation. Hydrates just happen.
Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory. They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like... man, how do you say it?
You mean like it was infected with a virus or something?
No, not like that. It spread like wildfire. It showed up in labs that were completely isolated from the rest of the world. It even started happening to crystals that were completely sealed up. It doesn't seem like it could have been a result of this stuff coming in contact with other samples.
Then...
well, I guess it was some sort of information. Like, the crystals were transmitting this information all across the world somehow.
What information?
Information.
How to make a new crystal. Someone had to tell this stuff how to do it, right? Like he just whispered to the EDT in the tank, hey, if you do this, you can take in water molecules.
The memes.
Come on, man, that's just... I mean, who is this someone anyway?
Someone you can't see. Someone who exists all over the world.
You mean... like a god?
Or maybe the devil.
Hey, what are you two doing over there?
Discussing
Stop wasting
bullshit
time and
pseudoscience.
get over here.
Okay, we're busy.
Jeez.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
Information being transmitted invisibly. Could such a thing really happen?
Well, thinking about that crap isn't going to help me right now. We need to figure out how the hell to get out of here first.
So, to reveal the reason we've been collecting all these body parts.
Ah, we're putting another mannequin back together?
Yes. And, if we check our file, we got a medical record. This is the file nobody ever looks at. So we've got John and Lucy. We can turn off the overlay text. And we can see here, we have all the parts labeled with how much they weigh and the total weight of each mannequin. Now we can't actually do anything with this until we collect the rest of the parts, so we're going to go do that real quick. Which is easy enough.
I do also have to point out the additional bit of English when you're going through. It is the preparation room and not the preparation room.
Oh, the preparation room.
On the door.
Yes, preparation room. So as you may have noticed, over here we have 3 lockers. There's a red one, a blue one, and a purple one. We picked up some blue liquid, and we picked up some red liquid. There's a spectrometer over here. Now, if we normally check these lockers, they're locked. However, once we do the correct spectrometer for the given color, it is important to note, it will not actually let you combine the blue and the red liquid until you have done them both individually, so it does not actually let you fuck yourself. Now, we have all the parts.
Woo.
So now, if we go back over to Lucy's table over here. Actually, I think we might need to interact with John's table. No? Can we do this? I'm trying to remember how to actually trigger the puzzle. I don't think it involves doing this. No.
You may need the heart from John.
No. There we go.
Oh,
I
no,
had to click on Lucy, not the bed. See, it even hints at you that you're supposed to look at the medical file, and, like, nobody ever does.
Well, that one didn't hint at the medical file. The bed says Lucy, just like the bed the other one said John.
Well, looking at the medical file will involve reading.
But I mean, you got a medical file in this area.
Yeah.
You should presume that it's going to be important.
So again, John is 51.3 kilograms, Lucy is 53.2 kilograms. We have the individual weights for each part on here. So Lucy currently weighs 51 kilograms.
Lisa weighs
53.
53.2, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50. You're not wrong, Hunter.
That hair is very heavy.
Yeah.
She's got a heavy head. Lots of thoughts inside.
Trying to remember how to trigger the damn puzzle. I think this is it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have the screen. It's going to display the two mannequins, and we can basically swap the body parts by selecting which parts we want.
Yeah.
So right now, as you can see, John weighs 53.5, Lucy weighs 51. We cannot swap the heads or the left arms, but every other part is swappable.
And if we look at the medical chart, we actually know the weight of each part.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you, we could sit here and we could, poke at it individually, either checking the chart or individually switching these, or we could just do things the easy way. You swap everything but the hearts. But again, most people don't really notice the medical file, so most people I've seen play this game, or seen talking about this game or whatever, quite literally just brute force this puzzle. Now if we come through the preparation room, there was this door over here. We want to check that to make sure that we see it, because it's got a symbol on it.
Ah, Jupiter.
Which, again, we've seen the Jupiter symbol before. The door at the end of the long hallway with a bunch of doors had the Jupiter symbol on it as well. Just wanted to make sure we made note of that, basically.
Yep.
This is the door we came through. So now, we open up the lid of the scale, we find the Jupiter key.
We can now open the planet Jupiter.
Yeah, now that one does actually show up in our inventory, specifically because it is used here for the room exit.
Hey, hold on.
Whereas the other key
what's
did
up?
not, because it was only used in narrative sections. It wasn't
Where's
actually used
Clover?
during a puzzle section.
Huh? Oh, god damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Sure thing.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here. What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John? Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
My brother might be dead.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Let's just get out of here. We've got the key, let's use it. That cool with you?
Yeah,
Then it's time to go.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Just forget everything I told you, okay? Don't worry about it, really. I mean it.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yep, she sure seems
Damn,
stable.
what the hell took you guys so long? You playing doctor in there or something?
Maybe. Jealous? Alright, I'm gonna open it now.
This is a weird
that cool?
conversation, and we're ending it now.
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, all right?
Fine then. Alright, let's get going.
Hey, man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy, you know, get a little excited?
Not really.
We're all still on a death trap sinking ship, Seven.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
You found it!
Depression!
Hooray!
Here, too. Every door in this place is locked up tight.
Alright, so as you can see here, we've made it into a new novel section. We just finished the escape. This is probably a good place actually to call it for the day, just so we don't get too deep into something else. I always figured it was probably going to take us probably 2 sessions to get to our first ending, maybe even 3, depending on how much we get done next week. But I don't want to run too much past our normal time. Well, we'll see about getting back to where it joins
How about
up.
that one?
That shouldn't be too long from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
May as well give it a try.
Jumpy!
Huh? June? And Santa! And Lotus too!
Yeah, we'll go for a little bit longer here, but we'll be wrapping up pretty soon here.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this? Look on the wall here.
A
map.
map of the ship's interior?
So each map we get is only for like the deck we're on.
It says
generally.
C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7 and... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
I see. Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
Oh,
Yeah, so the blank door that we couldn't open actually just goes back out into the hospital room, and also door 3 also ends up
You've
joining
gotta be
back up to
kidding
this
me.
hallway.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
Yeah, no matter what choice you make in that hospital
Ready?
room, you end up back in the big hospital room after you finish the room you're in.
I knew it. We're back. In the hospital room.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory.
Just to point it out here, we're already joined back up. So this is the path you take if you actually take the door 8, and then it joins back up here because you all basically meet up in the hallway and end up back in the,
And then met one another in the hallway after opening
laboratory.
your respective locked doors.
So yeah, I think we'll call it there because we've gotten back to a bridge point and we're going to be coming up. It's going to take a little bit to get to this split. I don't want us to do that starting next stream. So thank you all for joining us for first episode here of SoundGoblin Storytime. Again, we'll be doing this basically moving on from Sundays until things kind of settle back down and the whole coronavirus thing settles down again, and at which point we'll probably be going back to doing our robot streams on Sunday, but we'll keep going with Storytime. This is something that we've discussed for a while wanting to do. So this will keep going. We've got quite a number of visual novels we want to get through. I, for instance, am going to be playing through the whole trilogy of this, although we're going to be taking a break to intersperse it with Danganronpa, which is Krampus is going to be doing those in between, so we're going to kind of trade off back and forth for a little bit there. And then following those two, we got a number of other games we're really interested in kind of showing off. Most of them somewhat lesser known, actually. These two are pretty popular, pretty well known in the visual novel community, but we're going to go for some of the lesser known ones. But yeah, other than that, we'll be back. You know, we're doing our normal streaming schedule, stream things. You guys are doing the Sniper Elite stuff on Tuesday nights, right?
Yep.
And then Saturdays, we've got the Trails in the Sky going on, and then Sunday we'll be back here again. Again, we're going to start these streams a little bit earlier, usually around noon Pacific, to try and get some more time in so we can get more progress through these games with visual novels, just because they tend to be a little bit more involved and not have as easy stop points. So yeah, we hope you all enjoyed this and are looking forward to following along these stories with us. I have been Bograt, as always.
I've been Shiv.
I'm Vincent. And I'm Vincent.
Thank you all for joining us. Hope you all have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
Yep. Goodbye.